next game is called More. What's going to happen is we're going to act out a scene. There are only 3 lines in the scene, and each of the 3 times we act it out, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So more over the top in terms of characterization and more tops in terms of just the content. It's just going wild. So what I need is to kick off, and I think we're going to kick off with I think Stu and Will in this one. Stu and Will.
Sure.
We will kick off with bit of sexiness. Let's kick off with something you would find in a box. Anything at all. Something you would find in a box. A box, yay high or yay high? Yay high.
Yay high.
Yay high.
Well, it depends how wide it is.
A box this high. Well, it's fucking miles wide. It's like Amazon. I'll tell you what, while we're waiting on those things you can find in the box, pop them in there. I could just say I actually met Charles Dance, who was the baddie in The Golden Child, but was one of the Lannisters in Game of Thrones.
That's right.
Thing is, despite my appearance, I don't actually watch Game of Thrones. So when I met him in Atlanta airport, and he's easily 6'4" tall, older gentleman, looked after himself. I thought he was a wrestler. So I actually there was nodding away at him, and then I went, "Oh my God, you were the baddie at The Golden Child." And can I say for the record, his face fucking lit up that it was not a Game of Thrones reference.
Right.
Wow. He genuinely looked fucking delighted. And everyone says the same thing. Why didn't you get a picture? And this is the reason, because you're not really encouraged to take pictures in an airport where you're not officially in the country yet. So a little bit of advice there, but I should have. But anyway, if Charles is watching, hope you're well.
I was like, why?
We had the opposite reaction from a celebrity once when my friends and I recognized someone from a Channel 4 sitcom at our local train station, and my friend went up to them and said, "Are you the guy that swings the golf club at the beginning of the Kit Kat advert?" And he was. His face did not light up.
I think the weirdest heckle I've ever had from an audience member is, "Didn't you cut the legs off my uncle's horse?" And I was like, I am the guy that cut the legs off your uncle's horse. We'll come back to that another time. Story for another day.
We'll never hear it.
Oh, no, you'll never hear it. Because trust me, comedy audiences do not find it funny that I cut the legs off a horse. We'll come back to that another time. Right, we got some brilliant suggestions in to kick you guys off. Dental tam and fucking these are wild. A map and some instructions. A smaller box. A severed finger. A clown doll, a dental dam, and a pube. For some reason, that tickles me.
Well,
I don't know why. A metronome or packing peanuts, a jigsaw of a dead dog.
Wow.
All the things you might find in a box. I think we'll go for a map and some instructions, but the rest of them are great.
So. That's the only one that sounded like it could have come from Charles Dance.
Yes. Okay. So you're going to perform it 3 times. There's only 3 sentences in your performance. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the wonderful workings of Mr. Stuart Murphy and Mr. Will Nami.
What do you have there?
This is a map to find the buried treasure on this island. There could be hundreds of doubloons in here, Captain.
And what do the instructions say? I suppose you can't read them for the language they're in.
Scene.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, an intriguing cliffhanger, but also passive aggressiveness in terms of education. If I could have said that, I would have had a lot better, but never mind. So 2 more times, gentlemen, if you don't mind, and I'll let you free will begin.
You have unraveled the scroll from the cursed box. Pray, what does it say? Tell me the etchings upon it.
There are instructions towards the center of this continent we stand on, Major Captain General. Inside could be the buried treasure worth billions of Bitcoin.
And what of the instructions? Can you even read them? I know you've lost your sight from all your orphan caring down the years, but you simply must. Without that fortune, will be destitute.
Scene.
Good Lord. Good Lord. This is a trilogy is what this is. I'm loving this. Okay. One more time. We've got their money. We've got the figures. But now we're going for the artistic one. We're wanting the Oscar.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, Michael Bay is chomping at the bit as his own dick has become self-aware and has dragged him to the middle of a main road. We need to take this to the very next level. Eurotag.
You knew the risks, and yet you opened it anyway, despite the express instructions of every village elder we've encountered on our travels. Why do you open the scroll and read the instructions? What is it?
Inside that document lies instructions to go down to the center of Jupiter, where we can find the buried treasure. Inside it could be worth trillions of diamonds, quadrillions of tons of platinum, quintillion metric tons of another precious metal, and a dental dam and a pube, Sir Major Officer General Captain Your Majesty, the Pope.
How can you know this when you can't read the instructions? For that dead languages spake no more. Must you fib to me? Must you lie? Will we ever find the necessary funds to buy back my legs?
See.
And there we go. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. It was just absolutely blooming marvellous, blooming marvellous. Now, myself and Mr. Dobson will have to have a shout. Mr. Dobson, let me see what we've got in the box.
Yeah.
Tell me. My Wife's Tears, somebody has put. A VHS of Barbarella. A lightsaber. A dozen fruit scones and jam.
My ex-father-in-law was in Barbarella.
Oh, there you go. My colours. A ransom note. A metaphor. A Fredo's bar or your nan's dildo. Let me see if there's anything else coming up.
Quite like a ransom note.
Ransom note's intriguing, isn't it?
Isn't it? That's yeah.
We'll act out the scene where we'll do it 3 times with only 3 lines, and each time it's going to get bigger and bigger and sillier and just generally noisier, I should imagine.
Sure.
Mr. Dobson, in your own time.
Bring £2,000 to the park at midnight.
But it'll be cold.
I'm not actually sure who's been taken. If we're both here.
Mother!
Oh.
I'll throw in an extra one just for shits and gigs. All right, okay, one more time.
Okay, bigger.
Bigger.
Bring 2001. That's bigger. Pounds to the park at the stroke of midnight and leave it in the bin next to the fountain, or we'll start sending body parts.
Sham jolly wobbler. There's the call for a ransom from me, Bug-Eyed Bert.
Well, yes, but on the bright side, at least you've not been taken, and and I've not been taken. So, shall we just get Liam Neeson to sort it out?
Mother!
See?
I don't know if you know, but Liam Neeson's my dad. We're a bit ashamed. Right, okay, you ready? One more time.
Yeah, one more time. Bring 20,000. That's a hike. That's a big hike. That's much bigger.
That's
That's
inflation.
much bigger,
That's
Billy. We are kicking it now.
Doing well.
Bring £20,000 in used £10 notes and a bag for life inside a bag for life from Aldi's, and leave the notes scattered around the park at the stroke of midnight. No notes should be more than 2 meters distant from each other, and the serial numbers should be non-consecutive. Huh?
I, Bug-Eyed Bert, would rather have my daughter sent to me like pulled pork, turned from the inside out and gave these fucking swine a penny farthing! Their fucking liberty!
Right, so now you've got a daughter. See?
Mother.
You see the daughter just amped the jeopardy there.
I think
That
so.
was
We won't
brilliant.
add it.
That was
Right.
it.
Well, that was anticlimactic, but don't worry. We've got at least a couple more games to come back on.